What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon here with Roadrunner Sports, and today we're talking about the Mizuno Wave Rider 24. Now, I've ran in the 22, the 23, and now I am running in the 24. So I have a lot of thoughts on this shoe, and there's been a ton of updates every single year. I'm excited to tell you all about it. Let's go. So I have ran in the previous two versions of the shoe like I mentioned in the intro, and the one thing that remains the same is the fantastic midsole material and the wave plate. It's exactly why people keep coming back to this shoe. The things that change are the upper, and they continue to tweak that and make it better. So the upper here is no different. They've completely tweaked it, and they've stayed with the mesh and the breathability aspect of it, but really it's just a much sleeker shoe, and it's pretty breathable. So before it was more of like an athletic jersey type mesh. This is more of a dual layer mesh that really just lets your foot breathe and has a good construction to it and has a little more rigidity up here near the toe box. But I did not feel any hot spots here out on the outsides of my toe, so that's not going to be a factor. Sticking with the heel counter on the upper, like I said, it's not super thick. This is a breathable shoe, so the shoe's not going to run super hot, which is fantastic. But the heel counter is nice and durable. It's not the hardest in the world, it's not the softest in the world, but it's just nice and solid. And the tongue, what I like about this version is now it is gusseted, so on both sides it's kind of locked down. It's not really going to go anywhere, slip anywhere funky. And they do have the second hole, the second eyelet, which is going to allow you to do the runner's loop if you feel that that heel counter is not secure enough, so you can really cinch that down. So let's get into the performance of the shoe and kind of review the technology and what really makes this shoe shine. So I really enjoyed this shoe, and right off the bat I'll tell you that this is a shoe for your long daily miles that you're going to be going at your slower paces. This is not a race shoe, this is not a speedy shoe. This is a shoe that you're just going to be cruising in and you're going to be logging your daily miles. And the reason I say that is because all the technology in the shoe is here in the back of it. So what that means is the shoe is meant for you to be striking near the back of the foot. So when you're going fast, you're typically not doing that. So just keep that in mind, that this is a shoe for your long daily runs where you're not necessarily breaking PRs, but you're getting that aerobic base in and you're really building your mileage and just becoming a better runner overall. So that's what this shoe's for. So getting into the technology of the shoe, we have the euphoric midsole, which is the same as the last version, but what they've changed is now instead of having the euphoric X on the kind of the bottom half of the midsole underneath the wave plate, they have what's called the Mizuno Energy. So to me it seems a little bit firmer than the euphoric X, which was like super soft. So we have really soft cushioning, and we have the wave plate, which is going to stiffen up and provide that energy return, and then we have a super just plush cushioning with the euphoric. So we have three pieces of technology here in the heel of the midsole, which provides you all that energy return that you're looking for in a shoe like this to kind of keep you going on those long daily miles. And one thing they've done to reduce weight on this a little bit is they just kind of cut out the interior, and that also is going to allow the wave plate that you can see here on the side some room to really sink down and expand back. If you're not familiar with the wave plate, essentially, you know how all these shoes now, these really hot racers have these carbon plates in them that is up in the front of the shoe that when you press down in it, it gives you a little bit of responsiveness in the back for your fast shoes. Well, this is the kind of the exact same thing, and they've been doing plates for longer than anybody as far as I know, but the wave plate here in the heel, it works the exact same way. It has that S shape, and so when you crunch it down, it extends a little bit, and on your way up, it's gonna kind of kick you back and go forward. So that is the technology here on the shoe. On the outsole, we have some really nice blown carbon rubber, which is just going to give you really good traction. I think it's going to be really durable. They're pretty deep in the lugs here. I don't know if you can see it, but the lugs here are pretty deep on the shoe, which essentially is going to provide like really good traction on, I wouldn't say uneven surfaces. It's going to be more than your typical flat rubber outsole, which is really great. So you're going to have a little bit more traction. So you're probably wondering what's the drop on this shoe, and the drop on this shoe is 12 millimeters, and so that's going to kind of encourage you to be putting your gait more on the heel and take advantage of the technology of the shoe. And it's actually really light. It comes in about 9.6 ounces at a size 9 for men. For myself, it came closer to 11 ounces, which for me, that's perfect. I'm a size 12. So I've really enjoyed running in this shoe. It's been fantastic for me, and I'm really going to try and build my aerobic base with this shoe without any races in sight. I see this as being a key shoe in my lineup for the next couple of months as I'm just building that aerobic base and getting in those daily miles. So if you guys want to try this shoe out, if you're a Roadrunner Sports VIP, I highly recommend you get this shoe because you get 90 days to test run this shoe, wear them, love them. If they don't work out for you, send them back to us and we'll get you something better that fits your needs. And you get free shipping on all your online orders, so combine the two and that's a fantastic deal. All right, guys, I'm Brandon with Road Running Sports, and I'll see you on the road. Peace.